Good morning. It's been a long time since I did my morning cup of coffee. So, it's 10:23 o'clock. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I just was brushing my teeth after I did my oil pull and stuff like that. And so, I'm in the mirror, kind of brushing my teeth, meditating a little bit. It's what I do when I brush my teeth. And I just thought about something. So, the word bipolar, right? Technically, it's a compound word, bi, and then polar. So bi meaning two, and then polar meaning like poles, or generally speaking, opposites. So two opposites. And if you're bipolar, then technically, by the definition of the word, you should be two opposites equally at the same time. But then medically, because I was diagnosed as being bipolar medically, and that's not what that means. Like literally, they tell you that bipolar means you're up and down in emotions at the extremes levels, right? Bipolar. That's not opposite. Shouldn't it be antipolar then? Opposite or opposite polar? I don't really know how that word should be. So I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, wow. Because sometimes, and then so I got to thinking about when people ask me my opinions about things or how I feel. And sometimes I feel equally, and this goes back to how I describe myself. Let's go. About how I describe myself as being a perfect contradiction, being like two opposite things at the same time. And it really shows itself when people ask me how I feel. And sometimes like I don't have any strong feelings either way, but I'm happy and I'm sad about it. Like if something ends, if a relationship ends, if somebody transitions from this realm to the next, if I lose out on something, if I make a bad investment, right? Things like that. Like I'm sad about it because the outcome wasn't what I wanted, but then at the same time, I'm happy because I learned a lesson and I have some actual life experience so that I can recognize what not to do in the future. So that's what I mean by I feel like the opposite things at the same time. And sometimes I like and dislike things equally, and or another thing, like I'm a sensitive savage. Like I am at the same time. Message. But so going back to the medical way of that, it really got me because they were kind of telling me I can't feel two things at the same time. But I earnestly believe that two opposite things can exist at the same time. And they both be right, because again, think about it, on the battery there's positive and negative. In our bodies we have positive and negative cells and energies and electrons and neutrons going through us, photons. So that was just something to think about. Like I'm a perfect contradiction, and so technically I am really bipolar, but not bipolar in the medical sense, like in the literal sense. Wow. I just want to share that. That's what I got when I was brushing my teeth. Have a great day, because it's less hot. See, and I find something to be thankful about. Like it's 100 degrees, but just like 2 days ago, it was like 112. So I'm thankful for that. Find something to be thankful for today. Bye-bye.